Welcome to your Love and Passion reading for the new moon in Aquarius, which is on January the 24th, 2020. This is my second fully live video. My first one was for the full moon a couple of weeks ago, and so here we go. Let's see what Spirit has to say. So I'm going to pull some cards for the overall energies first of all. So what do we have, please, for the new moon in Aquarius on the 24th of January? What is the overall energy? Gazelle. So this is an energy of the sun setting on something that's been quite big, I would say, in your life, because this new moon is breaking you out of old ways of life. It's breaking you out of what no longer serves you, what is no longer where there's no energy to support the old way anymore, and it might feel a bit disruptive. There may be a bit of shock, which just, I think, emphasises the importance of this sun setting. And I think perhaps you've been watching from afar, and just observing your love or lover, or they have been observing you as you or they go through this big shift. I think also the fact that this gazelle is looking forwards and the sun is setting behind it is indicative that you may not see it coming. So this is just a little bit of a heads up. There's going to be potentially some unexpected developments. It's all meant to break you out of your old cycle that no longer serves you, because it's allowing you to move on to a higher level of vibration, a higher level of consciousness that will bring in a better life for you, for your soul. This is about your soul path. So you're looking away from this sunset at the moment, and so this sunset is coming up from behind you, so you may not be so aware of it coming. So just be aware. Be aware. And what other energy have we got, please, for the overall, for this new moon on the 24th of January? Just one card, please. There are at least two in that little sticky outy bit just then. These cards are so big I can hardly hold them. Ooh. What have we got here? Elk again. So if you look at the last video I did for the full moon lunar eclipse a couple of weeks ago, it's the only other video I've got in this playlist at the moment, because I've only just started doing these new moon and full moon videos. Elk came out again. Okay, so the elk is the totem animal for the medicine of stamina. You have sat and waited patiently, and waited and waited and waited, and put in the hard work of the elk, which isn't the fastest moving animal in the forest, but it will always, through stamina and the ability to just keep going until the job is done, it will always come out on top. And I'm also going to draw a Saints and Angels card as well. So final overall energies, please, for the new moon in Aquarius. That's coming up in a couple of days' time. What does Spirit have to say? What do you have to say? Right, this one flew out. Okay. Learning experience. Yeah, I think this is a really good way of looking at all of this. Is you know, we're all learning, we're all growing. This is part of our soul's path in this life to evolve, you know, at a higher level. It feels really hard, it feels really tough, I know, but it's for everybody's higher good, and we are all raising our vibration as we're moving into the new energies of Aquarius in the cosmos. Not just this new moon, but we're moving into an age of Aquarius, and it's going to feel fresh, like fresh air. Aquarius is an air sign. It's going to free us up out of this really dense energy that we've been in the Capricornian era, where we've been sort of put upon, kept small, had to go by the rules, although we have felt, I think, more and more and more that they are increasingly imbalanced, increasingly unfair, and just serving a very few individuals on this planet Earth, and the rest of us can just go and get stuffed. We're moving out of that. We're moving into more personal freedom. I'm in the UK. The developments of the royal family over the last week or two is an exact example of that, where high-level members of the royal family are just leaving it, doing their own thing and looking for their personal freedom and their own, you know, their own paths, their own lives, away from the absolutely heavy, incumbent, sort of oppressive energy of what I expect it feels like to be a senior member of the royal family. So here we go. Let's have a look at we're going to have a little look at a little timeline now. So can I have 3 cards, please, for this new moon in Aquarius? 1, 2. It came out like that. 2 of Cups. Beautiful. King of Wands. And 1 more, please. That one just jumped out. Oh my word. Okay. What 3 beautiful cards. So we have, can you see that all right? 2 of Cups, followed by a King, King of Wands, followed by a major arcana card, the Wheel of Fortune. All right. You have decided to go for, because you have found your soulmate. Might even be a twin flame. The 2 of Cups is the energy of soulmates. Do excuse me. I think my throat has gone funny right now, I think, because this has been a long time coming. I'm feeling like my throat chakra is blocked, and maybe a lot of you have felt that you haven't been able to speak your truth. You haven't been able to speak out. You've had to sit on the sidelines here, watching from a distance while things unfold that are maybe out of your control, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to accept that, you know, you need and you adopt the stamina of the elk in order to just sit through it and being able to speak your truth. But here is your soulmate ready to make their commitment, and they, or you, are feeling like the King of Wands, which is passionate, driven. You know, it's somebody that is absolutely focused on going for their goals, and they are fiery. The Wands is the fire sign, if you like, and they are just absolutely passionate about you. They are very sexual, but the passion and the sexual energy is going to go deeper than that, because this is soulmate energy. So yes, there's all this fire and passion, yet there's this soft side as well. And the Wheel of Fortune is the change. It's like the the clock of destiny has clicked in, and now you are moving up on the clock. If there's been quite a downward turn in the past, or you felt like you're stuck at the bottom, it's now clicking in. Divine timing is here, and you're now clicking in to going on upwards towards joy, luck, love, money, abundance, happiness. It's an extremely lucky and fortune-filled card. Okay, so as we have so much fire here, I'm going to draw from the Tarot of Sexual Magic next. Could I have 3 more cards, please? Right, okay, so these have come upright. Another king, the King of Pentacles, followed by the World, followed by... Go one more, please. Okay, they're all coming up. This one's come. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's just get those out the way. Another king. So this King of Pentacles is all about, in the traditional deck, another really, divine masculine type energy, same as the King of Wands, any of the kings, or the Emperor, which is all the 4 kings together. They're building a structure, they're building a life, they're building something in the real world with you. In this deck, it's just showing, if you can see that, a little bit of arrogance or forcefulness with their partner. So just watch out for that. Don't make your partner feel uncomfortable. Don't push things too far, or push their boundaries, because they will back off from you. So just be careful with them. They've been through a hard time as well as you. You're not the only one. And the World is the final major arcana card of the whole deck. It's enlightenment. So I think you've become spiritually enlightened, but in a way that it means you have come to understand why you've been through this path, why it's been so difficult, because you've had lots of soul lessons to learn, lots of evolving to do, but you've done it. Here you are at the end of that long path, and boy has it felt long, and you're just enjoying the pleasure of each other in a very beautiful, spiritually enhanced way. Very sexual as well. And then the 2 of Pentacles, again, just a little bit of a heads up for any fears or worries. May just bubble up a tiny little bit, because you've been through a massive change, and maybe there's just 1 or 2 remnants of personal growth, of being aware of your fears and your doubts to work through. I use emotional freedom technique a lot. It's online. I think it's called EFT, or emotional freedom technique, with Brad. Someone called Brad, who does some brilliant videos on that. Really clear and simple, but for me effective. If that doesn't work for you, there are loads of other ways online of clearing out of your energy field any final doubts. But things are smouldering, aren't they? This is very fiery, very hot energy. So I'm going to pull one more final card. We're going to use the Goddesses deck, I think, today. Any more, or one final piece. Here we go. I was going to say, one final piece of advice, please. Cordelia, go outside. Well, we are in the UK here, so Northern Hemisphere, and it's bloody cold, and it's been incredibly wet and muddy this winter. So I think a lot of us, certainly in my country, have not been outside enough. I myself try and get outside. I have to put my Doc Martens on and just go through the mud. but they are robust enough to cope with it. But a lot of people, are staying indoors at the moment. So it says, you've been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. What were we talking about with the new moon in Aquarius? Fresh air. Can you see this beautiful new moon symbol over her third eye? So you've got the inner wisdom. You can see what's been hidden. You can see what's coming. Just trust your inner wisdom. Trust yourself. Listen to yourself. This is a new moon of breaking out of old ways of life, and sometimes we need to look at it from a higher aspect. I sometimes go into sort of like a red kite or eagle. I soar up on the air currents and get a 10,000 foot view of what's going on planet Earth below me, because otherwise it's all too much to bear. But the point of it being too much to bear and so much going on in the world is that all of this old stuff, those old Capricornian energy, is breaking away to bring us in this new age of Aquarius. So go outside, do whatever you need to do. Go and walk through forest, in solitude, by water, whatever suits you. But that's the advice from the divine. There is a higher energy here of healing, remember that. And with this new moon in Aquarius, it's very relevant because Chiron is active, and Chiron is all about healing. So this is all for our benefit. It's all for us to learn, find our abundance, heal, and just say, right, okay, I've done all the hard work, and now, oops, the camera's even going as well now, and now here we go. I've come to the end of my cycle and I'm ready for this beautiful new cycle. Go for it. Thank you for watching. I hope it all resonates. And I'm sorry the cards are all a little bit squished in there. I'll try and find a way of doing it so that there's a bit more room. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'm sending you love, light, and lots of fire. Until next time.